Evening everyone. So it's Friday night and I'm doing a walk up Cnicht or around that area. It's one of my, I don't know whether I'll go to the peak of Cnicht tonight. Just want to relax and enjoy this lovely valley. I'll just show you this little stream here. I'm taking another walk from this book that I've got here. It's Lowland Walks in Snowdonia, and place from I don't know what pronunciation. Croesor. This is the local village, and just look here. All along this walk, I've done this one before. The fence line is made out of slate, which is just great. Real feature of the landscape, isn't it? And obviously, what's the history that's round here. But this particular walk, it's quite misty tonight, so you might not see that much of Cnicht, which is up that way, and then Mawr is to the right. As you can see, we're covered in mist tonight. You can just about see the top of the hill there, top of the mountain, should I say. But for those of you who know the area, this drive down this particular road that takes you down here, absolutely fabulous scenery on the drive through, and there's a castle on the way down Dolwadillan. I'll put the name of the castle in the link, but somewhat fabulous scenery here from a driving perspective. And I noticed when I come through Blanfyniog, there was a driving club with these open top caterans, I think they are. A group of those people whizzing past, having a great time and enjoying themselves. So yeah, fantastic. And yeah, I've got a friend. So there's a walk that flanks the peaks here, and this is the walk that's in this. I said in this book here, these lowland walks. It's just a different perspective on the peaks and the mountains. It's nice to kind of do a different type of walk where you're not pulling your guts out getting to a peak. Although I do love my summits, and that's my thing. But it's nice to do something a bit different, isn't it? So I'm going to turn you off and just show you some of the scenery that's unfolding. And all building there in the background. So I've decided it's Friday evening, so rather than frequent the New Inn of my local pub, although I did get an invite, decided to come do a solo walk. It's I've done a few of these lately, and I've done a few of these lately, and I've enjoyed a bit of downtime, a bit of time to clear the mind. There's a great there's a difference, isn't there, between being lonely and alone and enjoying your own company. I think that's quite a powerful thing, isn't it? So I think I've mentioned before, and I've certainly put videos of lots of good friends, a couple of groups of which go into the wild camping and sort of sleeping in the woods and have a good time, a good bunch of friends. But it's nice sometimes just to do your own thing as well, isn't it? And be happy with your own company. You can take your time as well. You don't have to go to anyone else's time scale, do you? This river here in full flow. Okay, let's crack on. Of course, something nice about being immersed in the mountains as opposed to on the top. And certainly this is a nice change for a Friday evening. But you've got to make these things happen sometimes, haven't you? Because it's quite easily to sort of fall into, I think I said on a couple of my videos lately, just fall into the normal trap of sitting down or going to the pub or just not getting out. And it's just great for the mind. I mean, look at this landscape behind me here. It's just something else, isn't it? It's just an absolute treat. And the sounds of the countryside. So we'll see where this takes us and see how far I'll go up the valley. And yeah, take some pictures from my Instagram, which I'll put the link in here. So if you do want to follow me on Instagram, I'm always pleased to have additional followers, and I enjoy my photography. I'd say I'm not a technically good photographer, but I certainly enjoy the process and capturing my journeys. Right, just going to get through this gateway and I'll bring you back in a minute. Just look at this for an atmospheric scene. That's something else, isn't it? Just splendid. This valley has got a special feel about it. And I remember a couple of years ago, did this particular walk up to Cnicht around Christmas time, and did it with Simon. And as we come off, there's a reservoir up the top here, and we came down that side and sort of made our ascent along a sort of really shaly bank. And it was really hard going on the knees and on the feet, but it was a great day and really enjoyed it. And I don't think I'm going to go that high tonight. I think I'll just take it easy, enjoy the walk, and just go up this valley and take it in. Take in the sights and the sounds and the smells of the countryside. And does you good, doesn't it? Look at the tranquility. There's a couple of cottages there, and there was a young guy just tending to some sheep. He's gone now, but I don't suppose you'll see, once we pass this farmland here, there's a couple of properties. You won't see many people up this way, maybe a couple of walkers. But that's the great thing about, if you just scratch under the surface and go explore the quieter parts of Snowdonia, for me especially, because this is my national park that's on my doorstep. But you'll find places like this which although Cnicht's a well-known peak, this particular valley, it's quiet. It's the restrictions have been lifted, but Friday evening, so if you're looking for tranquility, it's easy to go and find it. Right, I'm just going to make my way over this stile and not disturb these sheep too much. and we'll get a bit further up the up this lane here. Now here you can see those slates, those slabs of slate that are common in Snowdonia. Noticed some at the Watkin Path the other week. They're great, aren't they? Look at that. You use the material that's on your doorstep. And what else would you use in Wales but slate, isn't it? They're just fantastic, aren't they? What a way to put a boundary on a field or a paddock or an enclosure such as this. And you can see the farm there in front of me. The mist hanging on the hillside. What a scene, what a scene. Fantastic. There's two ways to do this. It's the ledge and the ruts there. I'm going to say stick to the top here and keep out the wet. I've only got my approach shoes on, and allegedly they're waterproof, but I'm not convinced. But I think there's some sort of building or a church up there. We're going to take a look at that, shall we? In the distance. This river here, I'll find the name of it in a minute. Hopefully it's in the book. And I'll read you some of the passages from the book about this area. But what a fantastic view. Look at this. Just absolute desolate. Not a soul. Just the way I like it. Just the way. So you see on the banks of the hillside that track, the remains of the track, and that's where the would have been part of the slate mines originally, the works, and I think the pulleys went down that particular that slide, that sort of slope area there. It's well defined with the grass verge, but that would have been where they used to lower the trolleys down, the trucks full of slate and the spoils of their work. But there you go, the history etched on the landscape. Isn't that fantastic, isn't it? The hard sweat and tears and hard work, manual labour that would have gone into that, bringing that down. And this isn't too far from Porthmadog, so I guess back in the day Porthmadog was used as a port to transport slate all around the world, wasn't it? Welsh slate used to be shipped out all around the world. And there's the remains of I think that's probably a farm building, but who knows, it might have been a part of the slate works originally. So I'm just going to perch myself on top of this little out crag and take in the views, I think. Don't have to go too far here. It's just is absolutely splendid, isn't it? And this building here with its turquoise doors is some sort of hydroelectric or water plant building. And I think it's described in the book, so I'll confirm what that is. And there's some sort of, you can see the way that it's been channeled here. And there behind us, let's go and have a look at it, shall we? And I'll confirm what it is from the book. I like finding places like this. Stimulates the mind, doesn't it? And there's up here behind me, there's another one of those tracks there that's the remnants of the slate works that used to be here. I think again the pulleys would have come down, so I'm gonna make my way up to just at the top, up this ramp up here, and go in that little building up there, that shed, and then I'm gonna have something to eat, relax there for a while, and then probably make my way back to the car. But it's a great valley, this, and you don't have to go far, like I said, to be completely and utterly immersed in it. And it's just, I mean, tonight is just so atmospheric. If you look behind now, look at that, just spectacular. You can feel sort of, I don't know, the mountains move me. I just love it. Let's go and open the book and find out what this building is. So at the top of this, what would have been bring the carts down, I guess, is a bit of a hut. You can't see it now, the mist is coming, but I'm going to get some sort of shed or shelter. I'm just going to get up there and take some time just to enjoy the views. I'm not going to go to the top today because you're not going to see a thing on top of Cnicht tonight, because the weather's come right in. And funnily enough, the last time I did it, it was a very similar day, and we went down to the reservoir and messed around there for a while, but it was completely silent and eerie. That's fantastic. Not too far now. Just these slates here. Isn't that amazing, isn't it? Wow. Just the landscape. Where humans have touched it and taken it for their own devices, isn't it? I love all this. Right, what have you back down there? This is definitely where some of the slate was sent down that slope and taken out, and out of there off to Porthmadog and the rest of the world. It's a bit of a sheepfold in there. You wouldn't want to sleep in there, would you? And then this path here takes you all the way up to the summit of Cnicht. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a made up name anyway, I believe. Sort of a, it's not true Welsh. But there you go. And that's the remnants of the building, eh? Wow. So I'll just read you a passage from the book here, and it describes these slate quarries here. So this is the Croesor Quarry, and it says here, so as you make progress, the slate quarries of Croesor and Moelwyn are revealed ahead and on the left, with the lump of Moelwyn behind. This small section gives a great impression of what the Moelwyns are like to walk in, and the surprising industrial heritage you can find on the hills. If you are finding this walk difficult, imagine working up here and this being your commute. Croesor and Moelwyn were some of the highest quarries in Wales, and that's where we are right now. There you go. Fantastic. And the atmosphere here is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. So guys, I've come to the end of my walk, and I'm just having a cheeky one, just the one, like I like to do. And then I'll make my way back to the starting point. I've got some food there. I'm just going to take some time, take half an hour up here. But this is just isn't it great? You don't have to go too far, do you, to find these special places like this on a Friday evening. It's an absolute treat. But wherever you are in the world, you know, whatever national parks, or wherever you walk or hike, there's quieter spots. So for me, the most precious. You're not inundated with thousands or hundreds of people. The noise, you know, for me, this is why I come walking. Obviously, there's a social side of it, and I've got, as I said before, many times, I've got some great friends that we're all like-minded. We enjoy this sort of thing. You've got like-minded friends, it's great because you can all appreciate it. But on the other hand, I also enjoy this type of thing. Friday evening, and I've only seen one person, and that was right at the beginning of this walk. And I'm only 2 miles into the walk. I'm not going to go up to the tops. Just stopped here for a cheeky beer, just the one, obviously. But and I found the remains of these slate works. So what a fantastic find, isn't it? Just there for the discovering, there to be explored and discovered. And just the waterfalls that are absolutely fall down there. Sound of the river. It's just an absolute tonic, isn't it? And I think there's a saying about the mountains, isn't there, that you kind of have to arrive at the mountains. You know, I can remember years ago driving through the Oggy Valley, scratching my head looking at these people going up Tryfan, and I think I even said at the time, why on earth anyone would want to do that? But now I've arrived, and I totally get why people love being out in you know, in the hills and the mountains, or the countryside, or a meadow, you know, it's whatever. It's just being outside in the countryside in nature, isn't it? And just can't be overstated. And if you have that gift, I think you can probably cope with most things in life, because it gives you that release, and it enables you to unwind, clear the mind, and recharge. Anyway, I'm going to go and finish the end of this, and just soak up this fabulous valley on a Friday night.